Hi, today I am with another one of my teammates and a marathoner. We're talking to Lindsay Ginter. And you finished the Chicago Marathon how many times?
I finished Chicago twice,
Okay,
and I did Holland, Michigan once. So three full marathons, but Chicago twice.
awesome. And how did you start running? When did you get into it?
Initially got into it in 2010. A family I babysat, their dad is a avid marathon runner. He's really good. And so I was like, I think I want to try this. So he created a schedule for a half marathon, and my first half marathon was June of 2010. And then ever since then, I just kept running. And 2012 was when I first started full marathons.
Mhm. And how did you come to be running with Team in Training?
So my first with team and training was in 2017, and my little baby cousin. So my first cousin Kristen, her daughter Bryn, she battled leukemia, and so she beat it, which was great. She's our little fighter. She just has been through a really rough time. She has Down syndrome,
Mhm.
and she just at 2 years old was diagnosed with leukemia, and she is a little warrior and beat it. So when she was diagnosed, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do something to help leukemia foundation to help them out, because my little cousin has been through more than me just running a marathon.
Right. Yeah. Um, with COVID, I know that, and you just became a new mom too. So, big changes in your life. Um,
Yes.
have you, I'm assuming you probably took a little bit of a break from running. Do you plan on getting back to it? Have you started to get back to it?
Yeah, actually, I did start running about 12 weeks
Hmm.
after I had her. So I started very slow with a run walk, and now I'm back to doing a run walk, but just I do like 4 minutes run, 1 minute walk to get back into it. But I'm doing at least 2 to 3 miles lately, and it's been good. It was a challenge at first,
Yeah.
getting back into it, but now it's been good. It's good stress reliever.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to ask, is for you, it's, I think for most of us, it's more than just exercise. It's
Yes.
definitely a way to connect with people, and it's a way to relieve some of the stress of the day. Um, are you more of a get out and clear my head kind of runner, or do you like to run with a companion to talk to?
Well, in the beginning, when I started in 2010, I always had my earphones in and I would run with music, and it was definitely to clear my head, to relieve stress.
Hmm.
But ever since joining team and training, I remember our first run together. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. We're all talking. I was like, I can't. But then I got used to it and I enjoy running. Actually, I don't run with music anymore. I run with people like deer or nature, or we go on walks. So I enjoy actually running with people more than doing it on my own. So
Yeah.
in 2010, I remember I had songs to motivate me, like "All I Do Is Win" by DJ Khaled. So I know that song by heart now because I listened to it every day I trained. So I had pumped up songs, but I also had some Christian songs on there to keep me going. And I don't know if you've heard of the band Seventh Heaven.
Mhm.
They are like a cover band that travels in Palatine, and other suburbs. One of my best friends, Amy, got me hooked on them, and I uploaded their songs during my 2010 marathon. But
Mhm.
2017, we kind of all just ran together
Yeah.
without music. So it was a better experience without the music, because I feel like I enjoyed the crowd and like it pumped me up. So it was good.
Yeah, it's easier to kind of absorb some of that energy if you don't have
Yes.
something in your ears. Um, Once we get back to organized races, are there any races in particular that you're looking forward to participating in again?
Well, actually, I wouldn't mind doing the Chicago one more time. But also Deer and I talked about, actually last week we went on a walk together and we talked about doing the Holland, Michigan one
Hmm.
again, because she drove, Paul and the boys drove all the way to Holland, Michigan to support me during my marathon there, and she ran like 8 or 10 miles with me. And so we talked about that last week, and we're like, you know what, we should do that one together. So I think that one would be fun to do. It's not as many runners as Chicago, nowhere near. There's like 250 runners versus 40,000. So it
Right.
was a different experience, but we talked about doing that again one day. And oh, I really want to do the Honolulu one.
Oh,
So we'll see if one day I could do that.
are there other places you want to travel to? Is that, a way that you like to see new cities and new places?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I've done Michigan, like we talked about,
Mhm.
um, but I haven't really done many other states, but I would love to, do, the Disney one. I heard that one is awesome. So I would love to do Disney, or like I said, I really want to do Honolulu one year in Hawaii. I think that would be amazing. So I haven't done too many, but I would love to do them one day.
Mhm. And you mentioned that you just had a daughter, and when she gets older and wants to run, do you foresee yourself running with her?
Mhm. Yeah, it's funny because she's 6 months and she's able to hold my little fingers and pull herself up. So she has pretty strong legs, and all of Eric's family always says, "Oh, she's gonna be a runner like her mama." And I said, "I hope she's faster than me, but yes." We joke
Future
around, yeah,
marathoner.
yeah. So I think one day we will run together because she's already starting to stand and she has some strong legs on her.
Nice. Yeah, you can do what, 9 years from now, you can do Girls on the Run with her.
Yeah, that would be cool. I actually, with my nutrition dietetic internship,
Mhm.
I got to speak to Girls on the Run during my Mariano's rotation, so that was cool.
Yeah, it's such a great program. And if you guys watching don't know what that is, it's a program for girls 8 to 10 years old. And they train for a season and run a 5K at the end, but it's so much more than that. They learn about, um, self-esteem and nutrition and being healthy. And it's just a really great program. So yeah, I'll be out there cheering for you when you guys run the
Yeah.
5K together. um, like, do you have a favorite pair of shoes? Do you have, do you like to try different ones, or are you like brand loyal? This is what I run in.
Well, the Pat since 2017, actually team and training, a lot of you ladies and the guys a part of team and training helped me pick out a better fit. I always ran in Brooks, but I have more of a flat foot. So I found out Saucony are actually way better for my feet. They support them better. So I did Brooks Ghost, a couple of those editions back in 2010, 2011, 2012 for my first marathon. But in 2017, I was in New Balance and they didn't work too well for me personally. I know they work for many others, but then I switched over to Saucony. And ever since then, I've gotten Saucony running shoes for my races.
And what would you tell somebody, somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, I heard you're a runner and I'm thinking about trying it." How do you respond to that?
I would say be consistent and never give up because I couldn't even run a mile before I started training for half marathons and even full marathons. You always, starting is so hard, I feel like getting up, oh, I don't want to run. But after a few weeks, you're like, okay, this feels good. So being persistent and consistent and just trying your best each morning to get up and get out there and run, it helps a lot.
Mhm.
So I would recommend it to anyone.
Nice. What has running added to your life?
It has brought more mental stability. I feel especially in these days, what's going on in 2020 with pandemic and everything going on in our world, like running has helped me mentally a lot. So that has definitely cleared my mind with just anxieties and, getting in my head a lot. I feel like running really helps relieve those stressors in life. So just my mental health is better. And even I'm a dietitian, but when I'm running, I notice that I eat better because it doesn't feel good running after, eating a really bad meal the night before. So I tend to eat better and just I'm healthier when I'm running. So it's just a healthier lifestyle and helps my mental state.
It's great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It was great to see you again and connect with you
Yes.
again. Um, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen.